Good afternoon, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for August 12, 2014, around 3:15 p.m. in Belleville, Massachusetts. And it's clouding up, and we're going to get some rain tomorrow, and tomorrow's going to be a washout of a day. So hope you enjoy today's weather, because tomorrow's going to be a washout. My second video blog of the day is about the classic television sitcom Mork and Mindy, which was the late great Robin Williams' biggest hit that catapulted him to superstardom. Mork first appeared on Happy Days in season 5 in the episode My Favorite Orkin, which was a knockoff for the classic 60s television hit My Favorite Martian. And Mork came down from Ork, and he battled Richie's friends and also the Fawns, and he tried to take them to his planet of Ork. And that episode was so popular, and the producers loved that episode so much, they said that Robin Williams' character Mork could have its own television sitcom, and it was spun up from Happy Days. It premiered in 1978, September 14. The show was set in Boulder, Colorado, and it starred Robin Williams as Mork from Ork, Pam Dawber as Mindy McConnell, Conrad Jane as Fred McConnell, Mindy's father, and Elizabeth Kerr as Cora, Mindy's grandmother and Fred's mother-in-law. And also some recurring characters for the first... A recurring character for all 4 seasons was Robert Donner as Exodore, who was Mork's friend. And also, recurring characters for the first season were Eugene and Susan, who was played by Morgan Fairchild, who was a snotty character who actually went to high school with Mindy. And the first season's storylines revolved around Mork attempts to understand human behavior and the American culture, and at the end of each show, Mork reports to Olson, telling him his findings on Earth and stuff, and his reports, and they were pretty good. And at the end of each show, his quotes were "nano, nano," and "shezbot." It was so popular on ABC, it was ranked number 3 in the television rankings for the 1978-1979 season. And season 2, the storylines changed different. Fred and Cora were dropped as regular characters. The storyline says they traveled with the orchestra around the world, and they had new characters, Remo and Gina Da Vinci. They were played by J. Thomas Remo, and Jeannie was played by Gina Hackett, and they ran a deli, a New York type deli in Boulder, Colorado, where the show was set, and Mork hanged out at that deli a lot. And another character was introduced, Mr. Binkley, who lived downstairs in the same apartment building as Mork and Mindy. And Mr. Binkley was played by Tom Post, and he wrote greeting cards. Actually, Mr. Binkley appeared in several season 1 episodes as a recurring character, but he became a irregular character on season 2. And also, Nelson Flavor was introduced as a character. He was Mindy's cousin, and he was played by Jim Stahl, and he was running for city councilor of Boulder, Colorado. And season 2 the show was turning into more focus on Mork and Mindy's relationship, and that's when the ratings dropped and stuff, and the ratings dropped from 3rd place to 27th place in the Nielsen ratings, and ABC had to make changes to season 3 episodes. They brought back Fred and Cora as recurring characters. Also, they had other stuff coming, more and more stuff. They had one episode guest star Jonathan Winters, and they had another episode where Mindy interviewed Robin Williams as himself, and also season 3, Mindy got a job at a television station, and they had a recurring character played by Foster Brooks, who like imitated his drunkenness. And there was other stuff that Mork got a job working at a child daycare center. But these changes to the show didn't help the ratings, and it just dropped down to 49th place in season 3. But ABC wanted to keep the show for the 4th season, and they demanded some changes on the 4th season. The 4th season, they thought, they demanded that Mork and Mindy be married so the ratings would go up again. And also, they also decided to boost more ratings. They could have several special guest stars on it. And also, they decided to have Mork and Mindy have a baby. But with the Orkin culture, that Mork laid an egg, and the egg hatched, and it turned out to be the baby. Jonathan Winters played Mork and Mindy's son as Mert. And Orkin culture is that when babies are born, they are like born like adults, like senior citizen adults, like, and they kind of age down to like middle age, then down to child and babies, and then you know what it is. But these changes did not boost Mork and Mindy's ratings high back into like the first season or so. So ABC decided to cancel the show after 95 episodes. May 27th, 1982 was its first episode on ABC, and then it was syndicated. The reruns of the show were syndicated by Paramount Television, now CBS Television Distributions, in the fall of 1982 to several TV stations. It was shown locally in the Boston area on Fox 25 and also WNDS TV 50. Also, I remember it was seen in New York on WPIX TV Channel 11 and other places around the country, but they didn't get the big ratings. And I think after 2 years, that many of the television stations that had Mork and Mindy reruns put them late at night or off the schedule at all. And by the time, like the 1987, 1988, it was not in syndication. But with the advent of cable television, Mork and Mindy reappeared in reruns on Nick at Nights for about 4 years, 1991 through 1995. Then Fox Family Channel had it for about 2 years. Then Sci-Fi and the Hub Network. It's supposed to be on MeTV in the near future. Mork and Mindy was like one of the best sitcoms of all time. I thought I liked the show a lot. The first season was very, very awesome with the the act of Mork and also Mindy and stuff. Those were the best storylines. When they started to focus on the relationships part of Mork and Mindy, I think that declined the show a lot. That like made the show kind of not as great as the first seasons. I think that from season 2 to season 4 it declined a lot, and because they just, they should have kept the show it was maybe the second season, continue on with like Mork's with like understand more and more human behavior. It probably would have had the show could have been lasted longer. Maybe started to focus on more Mork and Mindy's relationship on season 3 or season 4. But if it was the grand finale, they probably would add the last episode of Mork and Mindy, have Mork and Mindy finally get married, the last episode ever, if that was how it should have been written. But I think the show just lost its popularity during season 2, and it never recovered. It was a shame, but it was a great sitcom. Well, I'll be back later for another one of these video blogs. Goodbye, Facebook friends and YouTube followers.